somebody who could come in and
We know how to clean up the streets. I mean, Gavin Newsom cleaned up the streets of San Francisco when Xi Jinping showed up. I mean, it's just an act of the will. They don't want to do it.
Right, like when they get the off the street, when the mayor is like doing one of those cleanup.
Or like when the MLB All-Star game goes to Seattle, all of a sudden it's America's cleanest city.
Right. So you're saying if we can do it that one day.
Well, I'm saying it's an act of the will. It's all that it is. And look, woke, I won't even say left, woke philosophy is they don't really believe in private property. And at its core, why shouldn't someone be able to defecate on the side of the street? Who are you to judge?
Well, that's not woke, yes, maybe.
I'm saying woke, not even liberal.
Right.
I'm making that distinction,
right,
which I think is a fair distinction.
That's another reason. Another one we can add to the list of woke is not liberal.
I think left versus liberal or woke versus liberal is an important distinction.
Right.
I will say what makes you different is few liberals stand up to the woke. And few liberals are willing to stand up to woke.
Absolutely. And few conservatives stand up to Trump.
Fair enough. I mean, you can stand up or disagree, but I guess you could say the question, is Trump, woke is an ideology. Is Trump an ideology? I mean, he's a person. MAGA is an ideology.
Imagine this. One day, San Francisco is complete mess. Homeless tents everywhere. Open-air drug markets, trash, piling up. The kind of scene you can't ignore even if you try. And then, suddenly, like magic, it's spotless. Streets clean, sidewalks cleared, tents gone, addicts vanished, all because a certain world leader, yes, Xi Jinping, was coming into town. Overnight, the city turned from an open-air disaster zone into something that actually looks civilized. And that right there tells you everything you need to know. The problem isn't that we can't fix the streets. It's that the people in power don't want to, at least not for you, for the average taxpayer, the working class guy just trying to live his life. There's no urgency. But when the VIPs show up, suddenly it's all hands on deck. Suddenly government has the willpower to get things done. So the question becomes, why do our leaders act only when it makes them look good? That's the kicker. It's not a lack of resources. It's not a lack of solutions. It's a lack of will. If we can clean up entire cities in 24 hours for a photo op, why can't we do it for the people who actually live there every single day?
We know how to clean up the streets. I mean, Gavin Newsom cleaned up the streets of San Francisco when Xi Jinping showed up. I mean, it's just an act of the will. They don't want to do it.
And this ties directly into what Bill Maher was saying. Love him or hate him, the guy has been relentless about pointing out the absurdities of what we call woke culture. He draws a very clear line between being a liberal, which he still is, and being woke, which he absolutely refuses to be. And honestly, that distinction matters because too often people lump the two together. But Maher isn't shy about spelling it out. Liberalism is about tolerance, debate, and a live and let live philosophy. Woke, on the other hand, woke is about obsession. It's about conformity. About shutting people down if they don't fall in line. And if you've been paying attention, you know he's right.
You've been very outspoken on the woke stuff. Big time.
Oh, yes. I mean, and they, just the way within a religion, they hate their own apostates more. I would say they hate me more because I'm supposed to like get on the short bus to Crazy Town with them, and I won't. And yet I'm still a liberal and still like, you know, I mean, we probably could argue all day about Donald Trump and what he's doing, which I'm not down with. But, you know, it's always the people who are closest who think, oh gosh, you shouldn't have, you're a traitor of some.
Think about homelessness, for example. For decades, the liberal position was actually pretty compassionate. Let's get people off the street, give them shelter, help them rebuild. The woke position, no, you can't move them. That's their natural habitat. If living under a bridge surrounded by needles and human waste is some kind of dignified existence, woke activists treat it like an endangered species, project where the sidewalk is the rainforest and we all just have to adjust. Come on, that's not compassion. That's cruelty dressed up as tolerance.
You're right. You know, I mean, again, I'm for picking that fruit too. It's silly to help drug addicts be drug addicts and keep them on the street. It's stupid to keep homeless on the street.
Oh, I totally agree.
There's another way liberals are different than the woke. The liberal thing forever was, for compassion's sake, get them off the street. That's not the woke version. Their version is they're an endangered species. Don't touch them in their natural habitat living under a bridge.
Let them defecate. Let them do whatever they want.
It's their thing. And, I mean, there should be nothing more basic than a government claiming the streets. The streets are for the citizens.
And Ma, to his credit, calls it exactly what it is. Crazy town. He's blunt. He's not sugarcoating it. And he's willing to be hated for it. Because let's be honest, the woke mob hates him more than almost anyone else. Why? Because he was supposed to be one of them. He was a lifelong liberal, a Hollywood insider, someone they expected to march in lockstep, but he refused. He didn't hop on the short bus to Crazy Town, as he put. And for that, they treat him like a traitor. But here's the thing. He didn't betray them. They betrayed him. They abandoned reason, and he simply refused to follow. And this brings us to something really important. Ideology.
You
Can I
don't
ask,
go
is it
along with.
because they thought you were one of them and that...
I am one of them. They're not one of me. I'm
Okay.
It's the liberals who have.
So they've left you, not you left.
Yeah, well, I
think
feel
that's fair.
like there's liberal and woke are two completely different things. It was the theme of my last stand-up special that I just did a few months ago, and it's basically, I mean, it wasn't the whole special, of course, but it was a large part of it devoted to that, to proving that case that what liberals believe, woke is something completely different. It's very often the opposite.
Charlie Kirk, who was in this discussion with Maher, made a solid point. He said, Trump is a person. MAGA is maybe an ideology, but Trump himself isn't an idea. Woke, on the other hand, is an ideology that makes it way more dangerous. Why? Because you can fight a person. You can vote them out. You can disagree with them on one issue, call them out, and move on. But an ideology that spreads like a virus. It infects schools, entertainment, media, government. It lingers, it mutates, and once it's embedded, good luck pulling it out by the roots. That's why this stuff matters. Woke isn't just about being nice or accepting people. It's about re-engineering the entire culture to fit their worldview. And if you even question it, you're done. Canceled. Pack your bags. You're out of the club.
Woke, yes, maybe.
I'm saying woke, not even liberal.
Right.
I'm making that distinction,
Right,
which I think is
good.
a fair distinction.
That's another reason. Another one we can add to the list of woke is not liberal.
No, and I think left versus liberal or woke versus liberal is an important distinction.
Right.
I will say what makes you different is few liberals stand up to the woke.
And
Few liberals are willing to stand up to woke.
Absolutely. And few conservatives stand up to Trump.
Fair enough. I mean, you can stand up or disagree, but I guess you could say the question,
Well-
is Trump, woke is an ideology. Is Trump an ideology? I mean, he's a person. MAGA is an ideology. But I mean, I disagree with Trump on a lot of.
But here's where it gets even crazier. The loudest voices pushing this stuff are often the people least affected by Hollywood's so-called Nepo babies. Kids who grew up in mansions, never worried about rent, never lived paycheck to paycheck. Yet they're the ones lecturing everyone else about compassion and justice, as if they have a clue what everyday Americans are going through. Sorry, but if you've never stepped foot in a grocery store without a personal assistant, maybe you're not the best spokesperson for the struggles of working-ass life.
So I've been to sometimes parties like the Hollywood parties, and this is probably not most of America exactly this way, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's that different. And first of all, in this town, it's all run by like the Nepo babies. The Nepo babies, the trust fund kids, is all these little 22-year-old
The J.B. Pritzker types.
Well,
I'm kidding.
no, I'm sure I know who you mean, the governor of Illinois.
He inherited the Hyatt.
Oh,
fortune,
sure.
You know,
Well,
the Nepo
come on.
baby. I mean, come on.
we invented Nepo baby out here. Okay,
come on.
but yes, it's everywhere now.
And honestly, that's why these woke policies feel so disconnected. They're designed by elites who will never deal with the consequences. They live in gated communities while pushing policies that make your streets unsafe. They can afford private rehab for addiction while handing out free needles to the homeless outside your kid's school. Does that sound like progress, or does it sound like privilege masquerading as morality? And here's where Bill Maher stands out. Again, unlike so many on the left, he's willing to challenge his own side. He's not afraid to say, this is stupid, this is cruel, this is insane. He's not blindly obedient, not terrified of the mob, and not afraid to be labeled the bad guy. And honestly, we need more of that.
Drink?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
You don't drink?
No.
Or smoke pot?
No.
And you're married and super Christian. We're going to get along great.
You know, this is going to just be perfect.
But can I just ask you, because I want to find out a lot about you, because you're obviously a super bright guy, but you do think that I have the right to live completely opposite than you do.
I think you can get as drunk as you'd like.
And you're that kind of an American, right? You're not forcing your opinions as.
I'm not here to say you can't. What are you talking about?
How many politicians, celebrities, or commentators do you know who are willing to call out their own side when they cross a line? Not many. Most of them toe the party line no matter what, even if it means selling out common sense. But he'll blast Trump when he thinks Trump's wrong, and he'll roast woke culture when it's destroying sanity. That's what honesty looks like. That's what independence looks like. And frankly, that's what America needs right now. Not more echo chambers, not more tribalism, but real, uncomfortable, honest conversations. Let me put it this way. When you can clean up an entire city overnight for Xi but won't do it for your own citizens, something is broken. When you think letting addicts shoot up in the street is compassion, something is broken. When you're more afraid of offending the mob than you are of letting your community decay, something is broken. And the worst part, deep down, we all know it.
Why are these things, maybe you can answer that, why are these kind of things so difficult? You think, such common sense, build a barracks. I know homeless people say they don't want to live there. You don't have a choice. Oh, we'll get robbed there. Hire security, it's pennies on the dollar. Why is it so difficult? I feel like I, with no real knowledge of this field, could do it. If I had people who would carry out I would say, okay, get me specs. I want to see where a place we could build it. I want to see what the barracks looks like. I want to see who works there. Is it really in the toilets? Whatever.
Now here's where I want to throw it to you guys. Do you think Bill Maher is right about the difference between liberals and the woke? Do you think woke culture is actually an ideology? And if so, is it more dangerous than just one political figure like Trump? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I'm genuinely curious where you stand on this. And hey, if you're tired of watching America's cities rot while politicians pretend they care, hit that like button so we can push this video out to more people. Seriously, it helps a ton, because at the end of the day, this isn't just about politics. It's about whether we're willing to live in reality or in delusion. Reality says the streets aren't homes. Reality says you can't let chaos reign and expect order to magically appear. Reality says compassion without boundaries isn't compassion at all. It's neglect. And that's why voices like Bill Maher and even Charlie in this conversation matter. They're willing to stand up and say, no, enough. We're not going along with this insanity. And the more people who are brave enough to do the same, the harder it becomes for woke ideology to keep spreading unchecked. Because remember, an ideology only wins if everyone is too afraid to question it. So the question is, are you afraid to question it?